Good morning, everyone. It's Eric with His&Hers HHQ. Again, this is going to be a relatively brief update because, I'm not focusing on this mess, and it's only been a day since my last video. Well, 2 days. Yeah, 2 days. And as I said in the previous video, I'm focusing on the cab because I want to have the cab ready for prime and paint no later than the 15th, so it keeps me on track with everything else. That being said, I've got a little bit more touch-up sanding to do. I did more of the putty, or the milliput, and then I sanded it down, coarse sanded 320, I think it was. Did a little extra shaping, and then of course the Tamiya putty basic type, and did some extra sanding. And then I shot a quick coat of gray primer on it and found all the ugly and started attacking the ugly. So, that being said, here we go. I have got a bit more to do here. I'm just saying, whoops, here we go. That is a solid look right there. I am totally just in love with that. I mean, imagine that in white. You know, it's just, I am just digging how this is coming out. Again, there's just a few little bits of ugly here, but it doesn't have to be perfect, because if you watch A Nightmare Before Christmas, it's claymation and stop motion animation, so it's not always perfect. I think they said they had, several thousand different Jack Skellington heads in order to represent the various mouth movements, singing, and whatnot to work with. So, but the key stuff like this here, I'm going to try and make sure this bit is smooth. I've decided that since it's going to be Zero the Ghost Dog driving, I don't need doors. So I filled in the seams. I've just got to come back in a little extra filler here and there. And I'm going to just round this out and be pretty solid with it. I'm just about ready. So by the time actually you see this, it will actually be the 15th. And I will have been doing some more work on this, getting a little extra filler or putty in it, closing up a lot of this here, and all the sanding should be done and ready to go. So by evening, early evening tonight, since it is Friday the 15th, I will have a shot of black primer on this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot it black primer once everything is situated, especially inside here, the engine compartment, and inside the passenger compartment. I'm going to shoot it black primer all the way around, and then once I'm happy with everything and how it looks and the primer is dry, I'm going to hit it with white. But I'm going to mask off the entire interior here and the engine compartment and keep those black. and the rest of it will be white. The hood is essentially ready to go. I can probably play around with those nostrils just a little bit more, but this has been an ambitious build for me, and the modifications have been, well, stupendous. So this here's all going to be in white. I'll make sure the hood fit and everything is correct, especially down in here. I'll try and clean up these little gaps here and here. I'll try and clean up those little gaps just a little bit, but I'm right on track where I wanted to be. So again, just this little extra bit of cleanup, especially here and here, last bit touches of filler here and there, and the cab will have paint on it hopefully Sunday or by Sunday's video. And since it will have paint on it, as soon as it's actually white, I'll get to work on finishing the rest of the base of the truck here, get that last coat of primer on it, and then get the details painted, get some dry brushing on it, get the engine finished up, get our pumpkin situated, and get it all wired up and ready to go. And that way I can then focus on the bed. I'll get the bed finished, get the interior bracing, and then actually settle my brain on what I'm going to do for the diorama. And I will do probably work on trying to get or form a Sally and Jack. I will keep pushing that until I'm positive I can't do it. And if I'm positive I can't do it, I won't add the two of them. But Zero the ghost dog will be, well, he'll be hanging out driving the truck. That's a for sure. It's got to happen. I said it's going to happen. But yeah, so that's where we're at by Sunday's update video. This should be white, and I will have been working and or have started back to getting the rest of this done. And again, I got to focus on whether or not what scene from the movie I want to most closely represent in the bed of the truck as the float or diorama piece. So I'm a little, frazzled right now, but I think that's just tired. But yes, this is moving along and just about right on track where I want it to be. So yes, that's where we're at. And for those out there, I'm just going to put this out there. I will be doing a live stream tonight on TikTok. And as much as it drives me nuts, because I'm still in the middle of 2 builds right now, I'm going to add a 3rd build. I'm going to start with that Revell Bronco that I got, the stash head I discussed. And the point of the live stream is basically going to go over the concept of what I want or would like to achieve with the YouTube channel and the TikTok. And, it's basically just promoting scale model building and getting the doing a build straight out of the box. Eventually I'll do a build and add that extra detail, and then we'll go crazy. And that's that will be the point of it. The initial live stream will be just starting an out of the box build. And I think the Bronco so far, because it's the one that is winning the race so far with the poll question, is just going to be a straight out of the box kind of build, and the only thing it'll be is just a play of the paint. So it'll get done up nice and pretty, and then using the cheap Walmart acrylic paints, I will make it more than what it would be. It won't be anything fancy. I won't be adding plug wires or anything like that. It'll be just a straight out of the box build. And, you know, just something to kind of help me. It's kind of like a reset button for me. I know I've seen some of us discuss a little burnout or whatever, and I completely understand that. And I'm going to reiterate that sometimes you just do something completely different and do it straight out of the box. You know, you're building for you. It's yes, we do strive for fantastic builds. We all do. But sometimes it really helps to get back to the basics. You know, it's just grabbing a kit, pull it off the shelf, or run to the store if you can and pick one up. And just go with something that is completely outside of your wheelhouse and build it straight out of the box. Figure out or try new techniques with it. You know, like the stippling with the Tamiya putty. You know, find you one of your old brushes that's, you know, worn down some, and then cut it down to where it's really little. Break out your lacquer thinner, thin down some, and stipple it on there real fine. Create a texture with it. But the point is just reset. Instead of striving for perfection, strive for something new. You know, because we can all put out fantastic show-winning kits, but sometimes it's just a monotonous machine. So yeah, just try something new and something different. If you focus on automotive all the time, grab some armor or grab some aircraft. Play around with the pastel chalks, and or your you know what I'm talking about, the daggum Tamiya putties and the various, well, your acrylics. Play around with stuff and push yourself. Do something different. And that's something I actually enjoy doing, is occasionally pull something out and just build it just because. It was sitting there, and a plastic model does no good in a box. Plastic model was made to be built so it can become more. And sometimes it's just best to do it right out of the box. So that's my thoughts on it, my personal opinion. And, you know, those that are facing burnout or facing, you know, that I really don't want to pick up another kit and push myself and do all this detail. I understand. I thoroughly and completely understand. So I'm telling you, help yourself out. Go, if you don't have one, go and get a kit build it straight out of the box. Nothing fancy, no plug wires, no photo etch, no extra 3D printed resin parts. Just build it out of the box. Follow the directions, don't follow the directions. Mess up. Try something new. And then when it's done, set it aside. Maybe come back to it in a year or so, because most of you all are such fantastic modelers. I know you could do a disassembly and rebuild and build it more. Yeah, that's my rambling. So I'm Eric with His&Hers HHQ. If you haven't yet, head on over to Facebook and follow us at His&Hers Hobby Headquarters. And as always, take a moment, like, subscribe, share the content, share the love of scale model building. It's a fantastic hobby and it's a fabulous community. And as always, take a moment, comment below. It may be 5 minutes, it may be 5 days, but I do try to be as interactive as possible. I will, at the very least, acknowledge, but I do enjoy the conversation and the back and forth, the comments, the encouragement. This is a fantastic community, and it is my honor to be a part of it. So again, thank you all. Thank you to the new subscribers. Thank you to the old. I'm Eric. Have a good day.